Так, ребят, всех приветствую. Ну что, сегодня такой, можно сказать, слегка даже вынужденный выпуск. Продолжение Кэти Рэйн, потому что я рассчитывал всегда вчера на одно, а по факту получилось совершенно другое. Вот. И, соответственно, сегодня будем продолжать. Я вчера застрял на одном моменте, протупил на нем минут 40, а потом, когда выключил трансляцию, так сел, начал пересматривать. И мы вчера, пересматривали прохождение. И я понял, что, по-моему, вчера, мы не сделали одну простую фишку. Вот. А если быть точнее, мы просто тупо не показали фотографию Уэйда, да? Мы знаем, да, вот, что из чего я, к чему я, и откуда я к этому пришел. Мы знаем, что коллекцию картин Лили купил какой-то богач. Наверняка, я уж потом так додумывал, сидел, наверняка этот богач местный, потому что, городок небольшой, дело такое было резонансное, но не в масштабах страны, да, это больше трагедия такого небольшого города. Соответственно, о том, что она какие-то картины рисовала, мог знать только один человек, самый богатый в этом городе. И это вот этот Чарльз Уэйд, насколько я понимаю. Сейчас попробуем. Я, по-моему, вчера ей... А у нас же есть его фотка в молодости, да? Вот. И намек на это был, на эту фотку, когда она говорит, это было 20 лет назад, сейчас ему, наверное, 70, этому чуваку, который купил картины, да? Вот, сейчас мы попробуем. Она сама говорила. Мать Лили. Вот. Ну, сейчас попробуем. Красавчик. Так. Вот этого я не помню диалога вчера. И человек, который скупил все картины. Ну вот как я и говорил, я уже потом думаю, вот это я тупил. Это может будет звучать как отмазка, но я вчера после работы просто уставший был, и, видимо, уже под конец голова не варила. И подустал. Ну и все.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Вот, уже поздно, мне лучше вернуться в город. Все, и это вот конец первого дня. Нам оставалось, вот это самое, конечно, обидное, я вчера еще об этом говорил, что будет самое смешное, что, точнее, если я вот уже прям в краешке. О, Никитос, привет. И так и вышло. Я реально был в краешке.
Hey, you're still up. I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery.
So
what's the plan now?
В куртке бахнулась на кровать. Я даже такого себе в студенчестве не позволял. Так, ну что?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
No, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, cat.
Все, это вот конец первого дня. Вот как раз Никито спрашивал, как переходит. Проходит изо дня в день игра.
You are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Привет, Серег.
So you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Вот этой сцены не было в оригинальном издании 2016 года. Вот второй день, 26 сентября 95 года. Махать я в первый класс пошел.
Ugh, I hate that dream. I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Nah.
Так,
Oh, what's this?
это ПК на
Hi,
века.
Cat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away.
Угу.
My password is Angel Love, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses the spacebar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Так,
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
плакат Титаника висит, кстати, но рановато для Титаника, потому что Титаник вышел в каком? 97-м, 98-м году, никак не в сентябре 95-го. Включаем пеху. Так. Ну что? Пароль, говорит, ангелочек. Я не знаю, на русском тут надо печатать. Я прям с Клавой ввожу, вот это мне нравится. А имя пользователя Айлин, наверное. Или она идет Эйлин, да, по-моему, тут. Как они ее перевели? Неверно. Так, хорошо.
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
Я уверен, что где-то в комнате.
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity check.
Причем пишет, что имя пользователя неверно. А, даже обратил внимание, Серега.
Would you look at that? She's actually human. Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers. Mildred. Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
А может так и есть? Ну-ка.
Eileen's girly
Эйлин
suitcase.
Милдред
There's a sticker on it with her full
Саммерс.
name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Пробуем. Эйлин Милдред. Тут. А может Милдред тогда? Больше нельзя ввести. Имя пользователя. Интересно. Сейчас будем тупить, пацаны. Делать то, что мы делаем лучше всего.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a
Может быть, Эмс. Эйлин Милдред Саммерс. Эмс, например. Я просто надеюсь, если тут... Вот, русский. Эйлин Милдред Саммерс. Интересно, девка пляж. Ну-ка еще раз, что там на чемодане написано?
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Ну-ка, на английском печатает. На английском печатает. Не, ну тут явно нету имени.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave.
Надо Дэйву пока позвонить.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder. Burn.
Wow, just wow. So, the software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way. He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access ports. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... Ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS. It just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
Сирун.
Seriously.
Короче.
Don't wanna know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Это типа на молчание ягнят. Отсылка была. Услуга за услугу, Кларис. Чайник. Принесли письмецо, берем. Блин, у меня уже инвентарь завалился. Дискетка.
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back. It's labeled 1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job after all.
Понял. Так, а я, интересно, могу все это провернуть без логина и пароля? То есть я тушу, допустим. Не-не-не, сейчас мне это не надо. Уставляю. Так. Вставил. Включаю. А нет.
Floppy disks go in.
А нет. Все-таки мне нужно это зайти под учеткой.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Блин. Нет. Он же большой. А что, большая не ставится? Ну, господа, есть какие-нибудь предположения? Может, не с большой писать? Ой, это хорошо. Милдред не с большой. Может, тогда Эмс не с большой.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Не-не-не-не, телефон не нужен.
Eileen. Would you look at that? She's actually human. Eileen's closet. Filled to the brink.
Это мы уже слышали.
Eileen's closet.
Тоже.
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity check.
Блин, ну может она сумасшедшая, которая использует и логин, и пароль. Серега правильно обратил внимание, что именно неверное имя пользователя. А ну-ка. Ну, я чатик свернул. Сложно, сложно.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Но полное имя там тоже не срабатывает, не срабатывает. Но я это уже все перепробовал. Нет. По две первые буквы. Нет, по две не. Я по одной. Да ну, по две. Там Эйлин, Милдред, Саммерс. По одной минимум. Ну, тут тоже никаких этих нету.
Floppy disks. Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want.
Сэм, говорит Никитос. Нет. Большой. Нет. Я помню с этой загадкой.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
А может Эйми? Типа вот как сказал Серега. Ну-ка. Типа Айлин Милдред, Эйми. Нет. Я помню, что в оригинальную версию, когда играл, я с этой загадкой тоже залип, помню. Надолго причем.
Would you look at that? I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever. I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever. That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster.
А, вот он. Титаник еще не вышел, это реклама.
She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks. Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat. Eileen's schedule. There's a note for Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Тут, видимо, вот именно здесь решение.
There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers. Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Может быть, ну я не знаю. Игра-то на русском и все вводится. На английском Милдред. Может просто, ну я не знаю. Хоть убей.
Would you? We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up.
Тут, конечно, можно, блин, попробовать сначала этому Кулхацкеру позвонить, сказать: чувак, не могу зайти. Но мне кажется, это не сработает. Сейчас попробуем, но, по-моему, нет.
I kind of forgot my username.
Well, it's real easy. It's the first letter of your first name followed by your last name. So Jane Doe would be J Doe.
А, вот.
All right, sounds easy enough. All right, thanks.
Первая буква имени и фамилия. То есть S. Саммерс получается. Не знаю, на английском. А, там с маленькой он сказал, да, по-моему? Есть. Блин, надо было просто ему позвонить. Так, ну теперь все просто, по идее. А мы что, достали ее? Ну да. Вставляй. Все, сейчас будем ПК на века делать. Как это пуст? Мы что сюда заехали? В смысле? Ну, еще лучше. А, вытащили наоборот. Нет, по-моему, ставили. То есть она на полшишечки так вставлена читается, что ли? Что за хрень? Так. По-моему, надо было выключить, включить. Вот, мы еще на заново. 8 мегабайт памяти, все, Doom играет по-любому. Да, все, вот она, дискетка читается, все окей. Повреждение МБР.
No use doing that before Clyde is logged in.
Угу. Дискетку забираем. Загрузочный сектор
All right,
повредили.
time for some expert help.
Так. Теперь брякаем на пейджер.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Hi.
What seems to be the
А,
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
пацаны пеки ремонтят. Все это напоминает мою первую работу.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
Ну, тоже какие-то эти предрассудки. Почему-то обязательно чувак, обязательно, точнее, чувак, очкарик,
My, oh
прям
my,
вот,
now
прям
how
без
did this
этого
happen?
никак.
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look.
Замути с IT. Он не в моем вкусе. И не в ее, видимо, тоже.
And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
А, я сейчас скажу, что пароль забыл. Все.
Oh, now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account.
Сейчас пацан зайдет через свою ущетку. Ущущетку.
Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Я постараюсь.
Oh, I'll try.
Называется, когда Леху пустили к компьютеру.
Phase 1 complete.
Так, сейчас еще раз, что там?
1. Boot your computer.
Так,
Use the
так,
3. Call
так.
4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make it
Так.
5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using 7. Look for some. That's it.
Все, я понял. Садимся, значит, за пеку. Блин. Или сразу, наверное, надо было не входя, наверное, выключить. Он сейчас, небось, запомнит последнюю мою учетку. Я, наверное, лоханулся чуток. Админ, пароль, гаджет. Окей. Не, нормально. Винай. Блин, какой он там писал корпус, я уже забыл, чтобы разблокировать.
1, 2,
Так,
3,
так,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Reboot 6. Reboot 7. Look for some kind of
B8.
tool. That's it. And
Все, погнали. B8. Включить.
all right, that should do it.
Так, теперь мы, по идее, этому типку должны позвонить и сказать: йоу, пацан, ставь мне проги по сети. В свитере, наверное, потому что, хотя осень там на дворе у них, судя по дереву на кладбище. ИТ-отдел, хакер Дэйв.
Guess what?
You got it? Hang on. Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively, that is. I am so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine. I'll have it dropped off at your room. God damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clydette.
Huh. That is the worst insult I've ever heard. Later, Dave.
Так, ну, конечно, мы затупили, но сегодня быстрее мы отделались. О, Софтина приехала. Тулс,
There
по-моему.
was a floppy disk inside.
Ну и поехали на пеку. Так, нам это не нужно. Нам нужно... А, в смысле, ну да. Чик. ПО.
Not a bad idea, but I should probably switch back to...
А, ну, как бы да, согласен. Так, что у нас там? Саммерс. Блин, правда, это мою первую работу напоминает. Вот прям сижу, тем же самым занимаюсь. Здравствуйте. Все. Софт поставили. Можно вынуть. Так, ну что, фото и аудиоредактор. Давайте сначала, наверное, с фото разберемся. Фото все просто. У нас есть вот эта засвеченная
Looks
фотография.
overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white. There's probably some way to enhance this with Eileen's computer.
Да, и мы берем вот так вот.
I don't think that accomplishes much.
Так, хорошо. Перетащите картинку для анализа. Ну, как бы нам бы сначала ее в принтер положить.
Not a big fan of that.
Color printer.
Да, я понял. Так. А тут нету. А где сканер сам-то? Я-то в принтер тыкаю. Погоди, правда, Никитос прав. Блин. А я в принтер тыкаю. Надо перетащить просто на этот. На сканер. Вот так. Да. Блин, а я как лох. Я что-то думал, он там стоит, где принтер. Сканируем. Сначала положить. Я просто фотку, получается, совал в принтер. Кукушнулся. Так, теперь, соответственно. О, погнали. Сейчас будем цветокоррекцией баловаться. Шумы гонять. И вот так, мне кажется, четенько. Так. Тоже вот так неплохо. А тут что? Вот так. Что-то статичнее. Во!
What the hell is that? Ball lightning? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
Yeah. Да, 95-й год явно был тяжелый для пекарей. Так. Вот этот цветошек. Deadly Premonition, Никитос, Deadly Premonition. Красные цветы. цветошек, интересно. Так, ну а выйти я что, отсюда могу, не могу? Так, ну, наверное, распечатала. Что мне еще надо-то?
No, not quite yet.
Что-то еще можно найти. Сусть область. А, все, я понял. Давай вот так.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing?
Спасибо, Никитос. Я что-то да. Повернутый равносторонний треугольник.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
Ну, все.
No.
Ну, понятно, что это лес, дураку. Это мы уже видели. Да не, не цветок, там как будто что-то лежит. Ну ладно. А что здесь еще может быть?
I don't want to print that part of the image.
Не хочет Никитос. Еще что-то, видишь, она же говорит, еще что-то есть. Что-то еще осталось. Сусть область поиска. Ну, то, что это лес, я думаю, может просто одну и как бы выделить. А, ты имеешь в виду треугольник, надо еще раз. Все, я понял. Блин, рано нажал. А, стой. Так, видишь, он анализ проводит. А, ну может надо отдельно их.
I don't want to print that part of the image.
Тоже не хочет эту часть. Нет, я так понимаю, ей надо понять, где это происходит. Ну тут как бы понятно дураку, что это этот лес. Место. Само место, а где это? Может еще увеличить. Сейчас будем каждый угол изучать. Трещина какая-то. Стоп! Может тут кто-то есть, какой-то силуэт надо найти. Там никого нету. Ладно, сейчас буду на бум-лазере просто прожимать. Ну, треугольник мы уже словили.
quite yet. I think there's more to find in this picture.
Что-то еще, что можно найти. Так, цветок эти. Просто может быть где-то этот объект вот здесь. Тут как бы и объекты, может, треугольником расположены, кто его знает. Так. Куда мы еще, блин, должны посмотреть? Не знаю, может, вглубь вот сюда куда-то. Ну, тут опять же не то. Ручки мы уже дергать не можем.
I don't want to print that part. I already have a copy.
Копия есть.
I don't want to print.
Это не хочет печатать.
I don't want to print.
Я просто поражаюсь, как этот компьютер быстро работает. А, вот цветок. Так я его ж вроде...
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this
Всё.
picture.
Тоже как-то не продумано. Так, выходим. Так, ну,
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway.
ну да.
Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday. A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods. Now that I look at them, they remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Напоминает то, что я вчера подобрала. Ладно.
Bright red flower of some kind. Could be a long shot, but I've never seen a flower like that. Maybe finding out more about where it grows could narrow down where the picture was taken.
А напоминает он этот снимок церкви-то, брошюру.
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
О, Айлин пришла.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you... Oh, never mind.
То есть она Кэти,
I know your
Кэтрин
social
Агата
security
Рэйн.
number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outy. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Huh. I guess you've got a point.
So, anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start. Oh, and yeah, feel free to keep using my computer. I don't need it right now.
All right, I think I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to motivate Erica Wade to talk to me.
Okie dokie.
Если бы я и Никитос были женщинами, мы бы примерно так себя... Так бы и выглядели, наверное. Так, что тут у нас? Мотивировать. У нас тут аудиоредактор как бы намекает. То куда нам загонять запись? Было такое устройство раньше, как стример. Для перегонки кассет. Не, ну не в принтер же писать.
No. That's kind of an arbitrary thing to do.
Теперь все женщины, кнопка на ягодицах. Нажимаешь кнопку на ягодицах, и все становятся женщинами. Так, ну тут диктофон есть. Соответственно, я могу... Я ж могу что? Я могу это. Так, ну...
Nah, I doubt I need to mess with this tape.
С этой кассетой, понятно. С этой тогда. Мотай. Врубай диктофон. Врубай плеер.
You've reached the Рэйн residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Все, походу, все правильно. Сейчас будет интересная загадка, вот как раз та, которая не была переведена в оригинале, ответ на которую давался. Помните, я вам на прошлом стриме говорил? Так, отлично. Теперь загоняем, значит, это все сюда.
Okay, Erica Wade, let's see if we can't motivate you to hear me out.
Найдено 5 различных голосов. Они разделены на сегменты. Окей.
You've reached the Рэйн residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Так, ну я так понимаю...
I don't think I need to manipulate this particular voice record.
А, у нас же следующий еще есть. Вот, все. Сейчас все обработаем. Только почему дискета скребет, я не пойму. А аудиоредактор вроде на пеку поставили, а скребет дискета. Мы сейчас все обработаем. Внутренняя ошибка, озвучка 3. Я вижу тебя, Кэти, я вижу тебя, Кэти, я вижу
What
тебя.
the hell? Calm down, Kathy. Think. Just think. It has to be some sick joke left in the program by Dave. Yeah, that must be it. He is one twisted fuck.
Вот это поворот. Никитос сразу отвлекся от всех дел. Ой, Никитос, блин, вот это поворот. Это Твин Пикс. Так, продолжим. Так, ну все, мы все 5 записей проанализировали. Теперь, насколько я помню, нужно составить сообщение. Ну, первое слово, наверное, здравствуйте.
I should probably greet my intended recipient.
Сначала лучше поприветствовать, предлагая здравствуй. Так, а как его? Уэйт, да? Уэйт его звали. Рейна, Джозеф, так, Кэти, мальчик, надеюсь, он отец первенца, ребенок Рэйн. И не нужно. Пиши. Никитос подсказывает. Здравствуй, Эрика. Нет, она же сказала, как Эрика, что пока мой отец, ну, не захочет с вами встретиться. Я думаю, здравствуй, не Джозеф, как его звали? Джозеф, наверное, или Петушок, я не знаю.
I don't think I need to manipulate this particular.
Не-не-не.
I don't think I need to.
Тем более Эрика у нас, по-моему, нету. Здравствуй, Чарльз. Вот, я думаю.
I'm greeting Charles Wade with his own voice. That makes no sense.
А, стоп, да, Никитос, наверное, прав, потому что мы же, получается, от имени Чарльза звоним Эрике. Наверное, да. Так.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Здравствуй, Эрика. Это... Ну что, дедом представиться? Ну, тогда нам нужно это. Слово, в смысле, это. Блин, где ID? Нет. А, вот он, господи. Это Джозеф.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Это Джозеф. Рейн.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
А, он, может быть, это я, Джозеф Рейн. А, стоп. Блин, я опять попутался. Какой Джозеф Рейн? Мы же к Чарльзу обращаемся. Это... Стереть слово. Это Чарльз.
I should probably ask Erica to do something specific for Kathy Рэйн.
Это Чарльз. Позвони Кэти Рэйн.
Almost. Just a few more tweaks.
Так, что?
That should work.
Нормализация тембра голоса.
I'll
Так.
just reuse the same tape and place the modified message at the end.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Рэйн and give her what she wants. Bye.
Это, знаешь, Никитос,
All
похоже...
right, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Это, знаешь, помнишь, как в «Один дома 2» Кевин, вот это, как он, этот прибор назывался, мистер, как его, который подделывал голоса, Кевин им постоянно пользовался. Вот так и здесь. Да, загадка интересная, но я говорю, в оригинальной игре 2016 года там косяк был с ней. И получается так, что Ответ сразу был, что нужно, какие там английские слова. Он на английском вообще был, не переведенный, по-моему, этот кусок. Так, телефон. Нет, сначала, наверное, надо набрать ей. Так, а стрим тем временем уже час идет.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Рэйн and give her what she wants. Bye.
Кому это сейчас набрала, я не понял. Я этого не выбирал.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Рэйн. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye. Your move, Erica.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work. Well, time for a break. Gotta eat something before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll stay here and keep digging.
All right, see you in a bit.
Пошла поесть.
Hey.
Hey!
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken.
My thoughts exactly. Here you go. The nature reserve is marked out on this map.
Jeez, you've been busy.
Well, you know, beats homework.
Amen to that. And, good work, Eileen.
Homework перевели как работа по дому. А это домашнее задание имелось в виду, наверное. Они ж как бы студентки. Все, бери телефон. В ее случае какая работа по дому? Она в общежитии живет. Бери.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Рэйн.
Speaking.
Miss Рэйn, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Так, о чем нам говорить?
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Все, в принципе.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic. That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you are returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
Все, они целый день вот это и всем.
Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
Вот этой сцены тоже не было в оригинале.
You're off your game today. Is everything all right?
Oh, shut up. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, up late, thinking about your grandpa and everything?
Not just that, I keep having this bad dream. Well, it's not exactly a dream, it's something that actually happened.
Oh? What is it?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
You can trust me. Whatever it is, I promise I won't judge.
Well, it's your funeral. So, I used to be 16 and also pregnant. Did you have an aneurysm just now, E?
Please go on.
Well, seeing as how I don't actually have a 5-year-old, you can probably put 2 and 2 together.
You had an abortion.
Sure did. Major pain in the ass too, but hey, couldn't let that pregnancy go untreated.
I'm glad you're telling me, but I really wish you hadn't done that, Kathy. Who was the, you know, the...
Guy who knocked me up, single motherhood waiting to happen. Back then I couldn't cook anything but microwave food, and I'd retch if I so much as walked past one trash can with smelly diapers in it. That kid would have been raised by my mother. I'd rather die than put another child through that.
I respect your decision, but you know how I feel about this. That guy up there, he's pro-life, and I'm with him.
I get that. I gotta say, you're being really cool about this, E. I was expecting you to clutch your cross, flip the table, and storm off or something.
I'm not a walking stereotype, you know.
Says the red-headed nerd with the glasses.
Ha ha. But Kathy, if you keep having that nightmare, perhaps you should talk to somebody about it.
Maybe. But I doubt obsessing over it is very healthy either. Your turn, E.
Oh, fine. Oh, I play apricot, orange. Yay, bingo. 67 points.
Well, ain't that fucking peachy.
At least it's not sour grapes.
Touche.
Ну, теперь я понимаю, точнее, теперь вы понимаете, кто был мальчик на кладбище, призрак мальчика.
A tainted one approaches. Is it time? Yes, a fire that burns so bright. It is almost unbearable to see. Indeed. It seems the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Shall we sculpt some flesh friends, then? Very well. I will attend to the threshold.
Третий день. Опять она одетая спит.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Так, ну, у нас третий день. Я думаю, постараюсь сейчас его пройти. Не знаю, за час управимся, нет. Вот. Ну и стоит сразу скажу, что вот этих дополнительных сцен, 2, которых вы уже видели, их не было в оригинале, как я уже говорил. И об аборте Кэти приходилось догадываться. И вот я не знаю, когда играл вот именно в эту версию, я сделал для себя вывод, что все-таки надо было это оставить на домысл игроков, как это было в оригинале. Там прямым текстом не было этих дополнительных сцен, прямым текстом не говорилось, но как бы было понятно, я это начал подозревать. И когда уже в режиссерку играл, я понял, что так оно и есть. А здесь прям как-то, ну, разжевали, что ли.
Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Ну, в общем, тоже попахивает Deadly Premonition, да, сюжет о цветах, которые, ну, вызывали галлюцинации.
Okie-dokie. Good luck and see you later.
Так, ну что, у нас 2 локации должно открыться было: заповедник и больница, да? Погнали. Даже 3: церковь, заповедник и клиника. Не будем менять стайл. Пойдем в заповедник, съездим сначала. Ну, вот он, цветошек. Лопата зачем-то тут болтается.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken. I'm not sure what I expected to find here. I need to clear my head.
Смотри, не нанюхайся. Никитос, ты запарил спойлерить сам себе. Оп!
What the?
Why, hello there. You have laid eyes on this dapper fellow once before, haven't you?
Nope, just no. I'd remember a creepy bald dude with makeup.
Memories can deceive, Kathy. Dig deeper.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
It is my calling to know people like you, those shackled by their past, yet yearning for change.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the one who slipped away, filled with secrets. While she may be free in death, her cold, wet hands still trap many in painful ignorance.
What is this, Woodstock poetry slam? Mind speaking like a normal person?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Wait, what? How did I get here? Am I going crazy? Am I turning into mom?
Тоже мне великан из Твин Пикса с загадками. Да это, скорее всего, знаешь, помесь великана с этим... С Дримменом. Потому что не зря он в красный одет.
Nice black leather coat.
Так, ну... Следую за своим дедушкой. На чердак, что ли?
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Он сказал, следуй за дедушкой. За дедушкой, давайте, наверное. Единственное, да, как она оказалась здесь, непонятно.
Various books and... Decades...
Ну, тут мы уже все. Навряд ли тут что-то есть.
Nah.
Ну, ладно. Просто, может, специально телепортировали. Дождя нету, заметьте. Интересно, если мы в заповедник вернемся, я вот не помню, что будет. А, вот что-то валяется.
Hello? Creepy bald guy. Guess no one's home.
Клочок бумажки.
That wasn't here before.
Что на клочке? Красный человек. Но это рисунок, видимо, Нейтана. Брата Лили. Она сама дождь, Екатерина дождь. Лопата. И чё? Может, копать, следуй за своим дедушкой.
Hey, is this shovel taken? Good enough for me.
Для меня сгодится. Оп! Стырь или лопату. Цветок. Что, еще нюхнем?
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe. It's endangered. I'm not going to take it without a really good reason.
Ну, окей. Нет-то нет. Выходим. Так, ну, значит, не зря вернулись. Так, ну что у нас еще? В церковь поболтаем. Потому что я помню, в больнице там будет уже кое-что надо решать.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Рэйн, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Я как-то сейчас на стриме внимательнее играю и обратил внимание, что, допустим, первый день был полон болтовни. То ли они пытались через первый день подать сюжет, вот, то есть загадок там мало было. А вот второй день, наоборот, там болтовни было меньше, но загадок больше. Вот сейчас будем смотреть, что здесь в третьем дне. Как-то я вот не обращал на это внимания, когда игру проходил первые 2 раза.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he had done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here, in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity, as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
Да, кипит жизнь, никого нету. И она оглядывается.
Looks kind of empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
Само вот тоже вот этот чувак ехал, 3 огня увидел и решил основать свою церковь. Я как бы не сюжет критикую, а вот систему вообще. Многие знают, да, что в США там любой может фактически какую-то свою религию придумать. Так и здесь. Тоже ехал, увидел 3 огня. Вау, сейчас замучу.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
Oh, I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him. Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
О, все, сразу работу себе нашел. Ну вот тоже странная на самом деле тема. Чувак основал какую-то непонятную свою церковь на основе своих видений. И такой, оба, сейчас я бахну. И все, и люди к нему потянулись. Но неужели какой-то альтернативный, ну не альтернативный, точнее классической для американцев не было религии в городе, что они прям потянулись сразу к
Do you
этому?
know anything about Lily Meyer's art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
When was this?
Must have been mid-70s. High school had open days with an art exhibition.
So, this was some time before she changed, right? You didn't see any of her later work?
No. By then, she started skipping art class completely, from what I heard.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be. But alas, I suppose we will never know what was truly haunting her.
I'm doing my best to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It happens to all dead artists with any talent to speak of.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh, yes. I was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Так, про Лили Майерс, может,
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. Before I was ordained, I was a substitute teacher in her high school.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had the whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is, when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Do you know anyone who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Ну все, мы обо всем его спросили.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Ну, я так понял, это чисто было место, чтобы сюжет продвинуть. То есть мы что-то узнали, дополнили информацию. Ну все, теперь в больницу. О, это церковь. Клиника. А тут наш старый знакомый в мусорке ковыряется.
Excuse me, nurse?
Но на меня не хватит.
Hey, nurse!
Yeah?
Somebody around here hates their job.
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
Короче, послали
I
меня.
need to get rid of her somehow.
Выходим. Ну, поболтаем с другом с нашим.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
Это ж Билл Мюррей, что ты его не узнал?
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is
Да-да,
about,
отсылочки к
but I'm
фильму.
gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a
Вот сейчас о
schizophrenic
фильмах,
man who forms an
в которых он
imaginary
снимался.
romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
Какие-то странные фильмы.
Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Tell me about the Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of a 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies. And that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Ой. Где там сердечный приступ был? Молчание Ламберта.
Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud.
Внутри Билл Мюррей.
Consuelo, how I wish I could speak.
NZ5.
So many things left to say.
I don't want to.
My chest, no! It can't be!
Good idea, but it wouldn't match his symptoms.
Thank you, you've been a great audience.
В общем, здесь смысл в том, чтобы подобрать фильм к... Так, мы «Молчание Ламберта». Ой. Кстати, да, сохраниться бы не помешало. Это мы второй день отыграли. 3-1. А то вдруг вылетим или еще чего того. Хотя не должно. Я чатик свернул. Так, значит, сейчас, ладно, будем просить его отыграть другой фильм. Я вот не помню просто какой. Будем перебирать.
Sure.
Так, «Молчание Ламберта» были... Что у нас там?
How about the usual surprises?
Business as...
Все. Какой-то из 4 работает точно, я помню.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me.
Да, правильно выбрали. Сейчас она его жахнет шокером.
Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Nurse, he's seizing.
Oh, shit.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Все, ну зато теперь лестница свободна.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
А, да какие проблемы. Есть комплюхтер. О, началось. Логин и пароль. Так, окей. Так, погоди-ка еще раз. Он по-любому у медсестры где-то записан. Это ж не Кул Хацкер. Камендес. Так, значит, логин, скорее всего, Камендес. Я так подозреваю. Так, а какой пароль?
Calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
1991? Нет.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Только вопрос, какой пароль?
Employee of... Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant. No thanks. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Не, ну где-то же запись должна быть.
Uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs. It's like they're intentionally trying to keep people out. employee.
Не, ну это мы видели уже. А, стоп, что я туплю-то? У меня же супер магическая дискета есть. Опаньки. Забыл совсем. Так, тушим. Включаем. Я забыл совсем. Вот туплю. Ну, зато логин мы знаем. Не время даром не потеряли, логин нашли. Извлечь пароль администратора.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Дарующая. Ну, мы знаем. Комендес и пароль дарующая. Щая. Все. Имя. Господи. Уэйд. Сейчас wait.
Gotcha.
Мне нравится, что можно взаимодействовать. Ну, ты на реальной клавиатуре вводишь действия и как бы хоп, будто сам управляешь. Приветствую, игра Катюшкин дождь, Кэти Рэйн. Кэти Рэйн, точнее. Комната 6Б. Все. Я надеюсь, что мы сегодня третий день успеем закончить. Чтобы на понедельник, на следующую пятницу остался 4-й и 5-й.
It's all right, Claude. Understood, sir.
Ну, сейчас болтовня опять будет.
You managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
You know, Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something that Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Рэйн. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Мне нравится, что они еще картинки не повторяют, а эмоции на картинках меняются. Раньше были игры, где на клаве наберешь команду, что делать. Ну, мы ж не играем в какой-нибудь King's Quest 1, не знаю, 2, 3 или 4. С 5 там уже все мышью делалось. А так, да, раньше было дело. Ну, я думаю, такая тема в 2022 не прокатила. Так, а в чем мы будем?
Do you recognize the call sign cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Мы проходили только 5-ю, но не на стримах, а с Колянычем. И у нас на это ушло, по-моему, 2 дня. по 8 часов, по-моему. Но мы потом были, конечно, под впечатлением. В первые 4 я бы не стал играть из-за ввода команд, а вот именно с 5-й, да, можно гамать. Так, о чем мы там? Водички пивнул, тоже высох весь.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense, he's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Есть русские версии, где команда на русском водит. Не, это не про меня. Я вообще считаю, что квесты Сиера, они слишком были пришибленные на управление. Считаю, что LucasArts вот где прорыв настоящий был. Потому я даже в Габриэла Найта не стал играть в оригинал, а играл уже в ремейк. И видно, когда вторая часть вышла, то есть вот она у меня есть. Вот, сразу видно, что они поняли свои ошибки, что, ну, уже, видимо, конкуренция возросла с LucasArts. Я в курсе. Вот. Но все равно, я считаю, что после второй части они опять в какую-то жопу прыгнули с третьей. Там в третьей, ну, просто тоже какое-то, ну, дебильнейшее управление, хотя игра уже вышла под конец 90-х. То есть я не знаю, о чем они думали. Вообще, Габриэл Найт — это отдельный разговор.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Смотря что ты имеешь в виду под ММ, Might and Magic или что?
You bought a number of paintings by Lily
О картинах
Myers.
хороший
Why?
вопрос.
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
В Maniac Mansion, да, я начинал играть, но мне не понравилось, что там слишком много, большое количество глаголов. А в Day of Tentacle, да, проходил. Day of Tentacle топчик.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Ну, то есть, судя по тому, что, как он говорит, картины Пикассо, Рембрандта там не взяли, это, скорее всего, сделали свои местные жители. Опять же, неизвестная художница за пределами города, кому она нужна.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph, but he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Рэйн accepted the healthcare, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Рэйn happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter, or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
The Dick начинал играть, у меня даже книга по нему есть, она же в России выпускали. Вот. Но бросал постоянно. Может быть, как-нибудь, оно у меня в списке есть, мы часто с Коляном собираемся, с моим другом. Возможно, как-нибудь засядем за нее.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself, wherever he is.
Yes, of course. You must understand this better than anyone. People like your father simply cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our family started drifting apart. Eventually my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Почему бросил? Да потому что застревал постоянно где-то в начале. И в итоге бросил.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Ну все, я у него все спросил. Погнали.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Почему еще можно квесты бросать? Так, ну что, он нам рассказал про психушку, может туда наведаться. Ну, я думаю, все. По-моему, здесь все. Сейчас посмотрим, открылась локация, нет? Не открылась. Ну тогда к шерифу, он там обещал, что шериф всем поможет. Неожиданно позитивный образ местного богача, согласен. Да. Хотя до этого пытались они, ну это, знаешь, такая деконструкция произошла. Потому что до этого они как бы, ну, каким-то таким нелюдимым, знаете, замкнутым показать его. Как прям мистер Хэрриган в этом.
Hello,
В
Sheriff.
телефоне
Mind if I
мистера
ask you
Хэрригана
a few more
Кинга.
questions?
If you must.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny!
Опять Ленин
Yes, boss.
напрягает.
Get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86?
On it, boss.
То есть вот тут тоже опять какая-то...
There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Сейчас. Сюжетная сумятица происходит. До этого он мне дела, значит, не давал, а теперь Уэйд позвонил, и как бы... Ну, я понимаю, что он вес в городе имеет. Но прям я не представляю, как на полицию может местный богач иметь какое-то воздействие, да? Странно.
Any messages for me?
Рапорт ограбления. 11.03.86, час 12. В имении Уэйдов сработала сигнализация. В тот момент в доме никого не было, поэтому соседи вызвали полицию. 11.03.86. 4 минуты 3. Полицейские, прибывшие на место, обнаружили несколько разбитых окон. Осмотр имения и прилегающих помещений не выявил никаких следов преступников. 12.03.86, 2:20. Единственный свидетель по имени Франклин Голдфарб сообщил, что видел, как несколько грабителей покинули место преступления. Чарльз Уэйд... Так, 12.04, это через месяц аж, 86-го, 12.15. Чарльз Уэйд приехал в Конвелл Спрингс, чтобы сделать официальное заявление. После осмотра дома он сообщил, что были украдены картины с оценочной стоимостью от $15 тысяч. 26.04.86, 2 часа дня. Эти произведения искусства до сих пор не всплыли ни в каких кругах, известных кражами произведений искусства. Расследование прекращено из-за отсутствия улик. Обычная коррупция. Ну да, согласен.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
Ну это у шерифа можно спросить, если там дело было. Дело шили, как говорится.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Понятно.
That's all for now.
Good.
Можно у Чарльза спросить. А кто еще, может быть, ну, мог слышать об этом типке? Пойдем у Чарльза спросим.
I had some more questions, Charles.
Угу.
I'm listening.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm not familiar with that name.
Прикольно.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need.
You're welcome, Kathy.
Так, но если он местный, бабушка еще, может быть, что-нибудь знает про него. Можно у нее спросить. Кто еще там? Кто у нас еще может там быть? Знать. По идее, больше никто. Если бабушка не подскажет, уже больше никто не подскажет. В церковь заехать, спросить. Тоже вариант.
Oh, hello, dear.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man. Maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man, and surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
То есть позвонить ему, по идее, можно.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Ну и может быть прав.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about
то есть это наш друг, Синяк.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma.
Все.
Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Все, мы теперь
See you later,
знаем.
Gramps.
Take care, dear.
Так, ну справочник заглянем, я думаю. И надо этого. Ну, наверное, он там же около больницы, наверное, тусуется.
I already know that Goober is Franklin Goldfarb. I should just go find him.
Не, ну этот бездомный, тут его искать, наверное, и не стоит.
No
Кокран.
result for that.
Хорошо, тогда возвращаемся в больницу, я так думаю. После того, как она его ударила шокером, я думаю, он где-нибудь там и тусуется около. Так, больница. Так, а внутрях его нету. Сестра на месте.
I need a word.
Wait,
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
you have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Так, он убежал. Ну, думаю, недалеко. Так, ну локаций немного, сейчас по каждой может проехаться. А куда он на фоне клинической смерти мог податься? В церковь? Это кто это сидит? Вот не он ли? Да, Губер. Точно.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy!
I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness. real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit, spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
Че. А где мы Че видели? Но он говорит BB, по-моему, да? Да, B.
Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Только там BH написано.
Actually, exactly like that.
То есть получается что? Что ее отец, это же зажигалка его отца?
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive, bet high, big head.
Ну это...
I don't need to ask.
Это да.
Do you know what happened?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Ну, как бы понятно.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Короче, он чушь всякую несет.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that.
Но тут такого нету.
Okay,
Не добавилось. Я как бы с ним диалог уже провел. Можно еще раз, конечно, читать.
Hello, Isaac. I've got a few more questions for you.
I'm all ears, my child.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize that name, no.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Do you know what BH means? It's inscribed on this lighter.
I'm sorry, but no.
Ну, короче, ничего не знаю.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Ну, я же говорю, какой-то налет секты в этой церкви был изначально. Так, выходим. Мы нашли рисунок вот еще в начале этого дня, да, по-моему? Надо сгонять по этому рисунку пробить.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
Занятно, что она такая хулиганка, но ездит в шлеме. Оба-на, а его нету уже на
No
этом.
Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Милия. Кусочек, видите? Сейчас бахнем второй кусочек. Оп!
Looks like Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this.
Интересно, а есть с ней о чем поговорить?
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back, but I thought he still had them all.
I don't need to ask her about that. I don't need to ask her about that.
Ну и про красного человека, думаю.
Do you know who the red man is?
Не спросил.
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend. The red man has been around ever since my boy was little.
I see. So there's no actual person in town he could be referring to?
No way! According to Nathan, the red man hasn't changed in 30 years.
Sounds like he has
Не
quite
буду
an active
признаваться.
imagination then.
А то скажешь, что у меня шиза.
Oh, you have
Или я
no
прикалываюсь.
idea. He has unique names for each of the kitchen utensils. Enough said.
Все, тогда уходим.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Тогда с Нейтаном
Sure
надо
thing, old
поговорить.
cat. Come back anytime.
Но она говорит, он в лесу. Опять же, здесь есть лес за рекой, а есть лес там, вот, где мы были. Чайка сидит. Лодочный причал.
Looks like there's a small dock with a couple of boats.
Нету. Ну хорошо, нету и нету. Значит, едем в лес. Где тут мы были? Заповедник. А тут никого нет.
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe. It's endangered. I'm not gonna take it without...
Ну тут никого и нету. В каком лесу он гуляет? Вернусь в дом.
Looks like there's a small dock with a couple of boats.
Не, погоди.
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
Oh, it's you.
Не, ну я с ней, в принципе-то, поговорил. Может, а что еще у нее можно спросить? Показать ей что-нибудь? Что у меня есть? Полицейский рапорт, лопата. Да и особо и нечего показывать. Стоп-карта. Заповедник. Лес.
Conwell Woods. What were you doing out there, Grandpa?
Так, 5 сек, пацаны. Так, продолжаем. Простые движения.
A prominent cliff top near the highway. Likely the most popular tourist spot in the area.
Так, ну что ж.
Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy?
Ну да.
That must be Lily. She seems very happy looking up at the red man. A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
Ну, нам действительно и показать больше нечего. Только зачем нам лопата? Мы как-то лопату подобрали и больше... Нет, чайку лопатой напугать.
Not sure what I'd want to dig up there.
Не, ну там насыпь какая-то была в лесу. Мы это видели. Как бы. Да и копать, а что сейчас копать? Копать нечего. У нас на кладбище есть одно место с фами. Пока не было ж никакого намека на то, что... Да и что копать? Тут нет чего такого. Я что-то не помню вообще, чтобы лопата где-то использовалась. Что вот не припоминаю. Может, там что-то такое незначительное было. Вот Прайс фамилия уже фигурировала. Это, скорее всего, семейный склеп. О, прям на ходу. Ну да. Я ж не думаю, что на могилу деда будет копать, да? Ну это совсем уже что-то дерзкое. Вот я ж об этом уже говорю. Нет, навряд ли. Так, нам надо, по идее, уже как бы это... Постараться этот день закончить. Потому что мы уже играем почти 2,5 часа скоро будет. А это как бы вне моих правил. Надо... Клиника, заповедник. Он гуляет в лесу, но лес и заповедник это разные вещи, как бы. Лес вот он как-то... Вот и... Нету причин, говорит человека. Какой-то местный прикол. Но у нас еще осталась без ответа история с чуваком, который сошел с ума. Я вот думаю, может, мы еще раз в справочник заглянем.
Oh, hello, dear.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on Dad's lighter.
Yes, dear, it means the Black Hats.
Oh,
they're those ruffians on motorcycles whom your father is associated with.
Oh, his biker gang. That makes sense. What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. They turned your father into a horrible person. You should stay far away from them, Kathy. They're awful people, just awful.
I don't see a reason to ask.
Так, ну...
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
Теперь у нас появилась цель. Кто нам может рассказать про черные шляпы? То есть пацанов из черных шляп явно кто-то нанял. Я так понимаю. Так, шериф, скорее всего, если они банчат постоянно чем-то. Да, вот Никитос пишет шериф. Согласен.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions? What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Why, you care to join? I'm sure they'd be real impressed by your big bike, but that's a man's club.
Let's just say I have a healthy curiosity.
I'd say your curiosity borders on mental illness. You have a death wish? Bikers don't mess around with little girls.
Блин, ну короче, ты...
You gonna help me or not,
Вот
Sheriff?
только хотел сказать, да или нет.
Not really. Go bother Lenny with it.
Ага, то есть...
That's all for now.
Good.
То есть Ленни сейчас мне подскажет. Давай, Ленни, колись.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately. We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
Got it. Thanks. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Тоже можно считать отсылочкой к Твин Пиксу. Там же тоже был какой-то мотоциклетный клуб у Джеймса, в котором он состоял. Вот они, черные шляпы. Вот, а реальные пацаны сидят. Из Оранж Каунти.
Sweet butt incoming.
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? I think she does.
Step off, creep.
Фак показал им.
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me! God, let me go!
She's got a temper, this one.
Ну, используй шокер.
Yeah, that thing would be...
Ну, я же говорю.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
For fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, boss. I'll go.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Рэйn.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you, really? Did the Vandals send you?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Рэйn.
Prove it, then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
Даже зажигу сейчас покажем.
Convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
I need to...
Зажигу покажи и все.
Is this proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the Vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same taste as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
You set up those mods yourself? Looks custom made for your, small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge you for now.
Ну, погнали.
This may be a weird question, but have you ever met a bald man dressed in red?
I've made a few bald men red. That count?
Так, это нет.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. I've been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
Издалека зашла.
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Meyer's paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
You mean like cleaning the toilets? Making coffee? I think we got that covered, Cupcake.
Spare me your sexist bullshit. I can take care of business.
You're nothing like your old man, you know that?
I take that as a compliment.
You do that. In any case, I've had enough of this nonsense. Stop pushing your luck.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else around here couldn't tell you.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 1981?
No. We had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it you and him didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page, I'd praise him. On the next, I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a tool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me. But he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs. Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything in black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances. None whatsoever.
All right, I'm gonna hit the road.
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but make yourself at home.
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
Не захотел он за картины говорить, но они по-любому замешаны, кто, если их видели.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind. But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back. Gross.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No. Brian refused to tell anyone what it was. He only made it for special occasions. It's probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of expensive spice.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have died for him back in the day. If you could recall the good times with your father, he might change his mind.
I guess it could be worth a try. But wait, why are you helping me?
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit. Pretty wild.
Trippy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Ну, перечный вкус, да, это Никитос, ты прав, это цветочек тот. То есть многие как-то попадали, получается, в семействе Рэйн под вот этот цветок. То есть дед попал, получается, попал отец. Едем из-за цветочка.
Sorry, endangered flower, but I really need to make a drink.
О, белочка пробежала. Все, погнали. Здесь тоже, вот как и в первом дне, здесь очень много болтовни. То есть, ну, очень много. Но зато как бы сюжет раскрывается. Ведь квесты всегда славились каким-то особенным сюжетом. Нифига он тут распластался.
Hey, bartender, do you happen to know how to make a Bloodier Mary?
You mean a Bloody Mary?
No, this is something different.
Afraid not. I can make you regular Bloody Mary, though, if you want.
Maybe later. I need to figure something out.
All right, then.
Так, ну как бы бармен должен на эту фигню готовить. На тебе цветочек.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you? Just something I like for flavor. Put it in a blender.
Whatever you say. One Bloody Mary. Enjoy.
Thanks, buddy.
The club will cover that, Jose?
Sure thing, VP.
Thanks again, Emmett.
You got it.
Hey, Bo. I've got something for you.
I recognize that smell. You found your dad's recipe.
Something like that.
Эммет такой сидит спиной без палева. Это не я.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? I keep expecting Brian to walk in here any second. You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy'd offer him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. He needed 2 brothers for the job. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. If I had known that, I'd advised against it. Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council. There's no reason to piss him off.
Got it. So, what do you know about the guy who hired you for the job?
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded preacher.
Whoa, Isaac from the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Could be. I don't know who that is. It was a priest. I know that much.
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna follow up on this right away.
Все, погнали.
That's it? You're not gonna ask me about what happened to your old man? Not even curious?
I couldn't give 2 shits about that asshole.
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give 2 shits about.
Either he's dead or he abandoned me. Do any of those options look appealing to you?
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother. He had no enemies here. Not then, and not now.
Comforting to hear, Mr. President.
Shut up and listen, girl. I'm trying to tell you something. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities. And I think part of him was serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
Just take care of yourself, you hear?
You too. That day went by fast. I think I'm gonna ask if I can stay
О,
the night at
все,
Grandma's.
ребят, заканчивается день, и, наверное, на этом мы закончим. Как раз стрим идет 2:35, уже хватит. Сейчас с бабушкой поговорим, начнем следующий день, сохранимся, и все, наверное.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Grandma, it got kind of late. Would it be okay if I stay the night?
Of course, dear. Have a seat. I'll make you something to eat.
Oh, you're the best. I'm starving.
Этой ночью сны Кэти. Сейчас посмотрим, что. Угу.
Do you see? You are bound to her, and she to you. The separation is an open wound, a tear that can only be cauterized in agony.
Whoa.
For our God is a consuming fire.
— 28 сентября 1995 года, 4-й день.
Lily's painting, burning, and the kid from the cemetery. It's gotta mean something.
Да, это аллюзия на фразу «Огонь, иди со мной по-любому». Это Никитос прав. Так, ну что, сохраняем. И это у нас день 4.1. И я думаю, теперь мы продолжим в пятницу. Возможно, даже мы захватим 2 денька. 4-й и 5-й. Вот, ну потому что на сегодня хватит, я думаю. Мы за эти 2 дня мы прям прошли пол игры. Реально. Это 4-й, даже большую часть. Вот. Так что будем заканчивать. Спасибо, что пришли. Думаю, игра действительно всем нравится. Вот. Будем добивать ее в пятницу. Но опять же, не загадавши. Вдруг где-то застрянем. Сегодня нам как-то повезло, мы не встревали особо, как, допустим, вчера. Вот, так что до пятницы. Ну и давайте небольшую приятность под конец стрима. Сегодня у нас что, суббота? В понедельник я начинаю работу над новой открывашкой. То есть в начале ноября, в первых числах ноября мы, точнее, мы и я, и вы увидим новый выпуск от открывашки. Вот это для тех, кто досмотрел до конца. Так что ждите, скоро будет новый выпуск, новые 100 позиций. До встречи, пока.